all right to glorify fraudsters who become a part of high society? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Does your past really matter once you have the box? Okay, so the red hot topic is it all right to glorify fraudsters who become a part of high society?
Maya.
Yeah,
Maya.
I know. You didn't stop there.
No, but that's
You didn't stop there.
Yeah, that's
Does your
what it
past
is,
really
though.
matter once you have the box? Once you have the mullah?
So basically, we're talking about 419.
You don't have to throw it like that. By the way.
But I agree, obviously.
We're talking about
like,
entrepreneurs, our international
It
entrepreneurs.
really doesn't
I
matter.
don't know
you
if
know.
that's what the topic is.
So we're talking about the guy that sang that song that has the dance.
Marlian, the Kotoi Paul, the booty shaking, it's a lovely scene. Big up Naira Marley. Don't know.
See, I'm going to be honest. I like Naira Marley as an artist, as a musician, because he has been giving us hits back to back. So, on that note, regarding his music, I'm a Marlian. See, so anything aside from his music, I don't know about it. I don't know about it.
The first thing that comes to my mind when I hear Marlians is prison. I just think of jail, like a prison cell.
I don't know.
How about we
Let's
talk
start
about
with the
We're
first
talking
question.
about the guy that
Let's start
was
with the
on
first
the
question. The first
cover of
question.
I don't
Forbes,
know.
who has been
Let's read it to them
done by the
again.
FBI for
let's-
$11 million. That guy.
Insurance will pay them now.
You were on the cover of Forbes
Except it's
Africa doing
Nigerian,
30
so.
under 30, and now they've caught you for fraud. So my guy,
Would you
please.
blame Forbes for
Man,
glorifying?
it's probably-
Why didn't
when
Forbes
they did
do
not
their
know?
research?
Okay.
Maybe it's the audits, or tax, because at the end of the day, fraudsters is a lot of work they're putting in. It's a mind use
Okay.
work.
Let me see this.
Okay,
I don't
so
support it in
the
any way.
first
but I'm saying
question, let's
if
start
insurance
with
is
the
going to
first-
pay.
The
So if you're
answer
doing
is
it in
no.
a foreign land, it's okay because they already have a system that works. Insurance pays. Obviously, if you're doing it to your own brother in the same country,
Okay, guys, let me
the
ask you a
system is
question.
not
see.
put together.
Let me ask you the real question.
Totally.
Is it
ridiculous.
alright to glorify fraudsters who have become past
A part of high
A
society.
part of high
part
society.
of high society? Let's go with that first.
Yeah.
Yes. Is
So-
it
so
alright to
who are
glorify
fraudsters?
a fraudster who has now become something?
Of course.
A fraudster is a
It's-
Yahoo boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
fraudster.
is it alright to glorify a Yahoo boy?
No.
I think generally
I wouldn't say
what
glorify
we,
particularly, but obviously what he ends up becoming is what you glorify, not what he's been through,
I
So
think
regardless of whatever makes him
the
so.
means, the end justifies the means is what you're trying to say.
That makes a lot of sense because, it was Paul before Saul or Saul before Paul. I don't know what the good books say, but it's one of them things, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I don't agree. Because from the Genesis, all I was always trying to say, and I am saying is that from the Genesis, don't do ridiculous things. But if in the instance that you have to be a ridiculous person and hypothetically steal, then at least it will be better to steal and do something good than to be a thief and do nothing, So allow, you're my G and everything, fuck with you, my nigga. No.
They get this fraudster, he's a fraudster, he's been hacking, he's been breaking. Now you get this fraudster, then the government put him in a position to be tracking people, checking people. Now they're using his positive
Expertise.
for skill. So how do you look at that? You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
but-
you're not going to downplay how someone has gotten where they've learned from that and they know to even block those sort of shields. Because at the end of the day, it's an opportunity. It's like everyone is.
No, but
Has their own
the
difference.
question here is, I think the question is not even as much a function of who is a fraudster, but as much as a society, as Nigeria, what are we accepting? You see musicians in quotes that have been doing card deals that have, come flash in the pan, they go. You see one who actually went to jail for, doing stuff like that, but he
Yeah.
still comes out and society is still accepting, they are still dancing the very, very, very disgusting.
Let me tell you
Can I just ask you
Let me tell you
if
something.
you do runs and
Are
you
you
don't
attacking
admit that
somebody
you're
in
doing runs, are you a
particular?
fraudster?
Yeah.
Sorry?
You do what?
If you do runs but you don't admit that you're doing runs,
Okay.
is it fraud?
Can I ask a question?
That's fraud now.
Can I
That's
ask a
wrong.
question?
How can you not
If
admit?
I
That's
can-
80% of the women.
If I can take us
Everybody
back,
will justify
Mr.
something,
Man.
no matter
So
how
you
wrong
say
it is,
80%.
justify.
I mean,
if
fraud
I
is
can
our
take
way
us
of
back
life.
2 seconds, okay? Just read this thing one more
Sure,
time.
like I feel like
Is it alright to glorify fraudsters, basically? Yes. Fine. Okay. Now, a fraudster is someone that steals your money.
Right.
Yes? Someone that steals your money. No, it's not alright to glorify fraudsters because we can all be in the situation of being...
The person they hate.
Is it called the fraudee?
Whoever they hate,
The
basically
one-
the
the
victim.
one that-
We can all
defrauded.
be that victim.
I don't know if that even makes any sense.
A fraudie would be
someone that has been scammed, the victim. You understand? The person that you understand that the process happened to, the process of being of scam, the fraudee.
So no, I don't think, and I think what is going on in our society is that because we glorify a lot of these people, that we don't even know how they make their money.
Yeah.
And it is clear to us because we all live in houses and families. We all have families who are out here.
Hardworking.
Well, you know, we're
hustling.
surviving.
Yeah.
But we know the struggles. You don't just come out there and see one Benz. You know, tomorrow. You know what was happening. There was no generator. We have to buy generator, 2.5 million, 7 million. We were struggling to buy generator. Next thing, bam, Benz. It doesn't work like that. So
Fraud is bad.
once you see that money, and you cannot really
Explain it.
even you personally, we have to be realists out here. You cannot just see somebody. I saw you yesterday in the club. You could not buy one bottle. Boom, you have a Benz the next
So
day.
you just
Bro, what
assume
did
that
you
the
do?
person, what's your
Let us be
business?
realistic with each
don't-
other.
you can't assume.
And that's actually something that's very important because in
Ah,
Nigeria,
you know.
and I said this thing with celebrities, we don't hold our celebrities accountable.
There's no
And the thing
accountability.
is, in Nigeria, we sort of know. I mean, you don't know how much everybody's earning, but,
But
you
there's
can.
a round
There's a
figure.
ballpark figure as to what you earn in certain industries. If you're buying certain things, I'm sorry, you cannot convince me that you're not doing wrong.
And the
fraud
truth is-
because
You have
your
to
job.
But wait,
convince
I don't think
No, you don't need to
That's
convince
my own
No, you
choice.
don't need to convince
matter?
me, but I am going to just, I will not
But the
respect
truth
you
of
as
the
a
matter- the
fraudster.
truth of
Do you
the matter
understand?
is
If you
that-
care for my respect, you care for my respect. If you don't care for my respect, that's cool.
So you just assume and conclude that the person
but
is the
here-
fraudster
No,
if
because
you're working
the
at a
numbers don't
ra-
add
if
up
you're
in your
working
mind.
at a radio
If you're working at a
station
radio
and
station,
you're
but
buying
you're
the Birkin
working
every
Siri
week.
G,
So
Nah,
Nah,
boo.
it
The
doesn't
truth of the
add
matter
up.
is that a lot of our
what if you're buying a
celebrities-
knockabout that's
The
made
truth
by
of the
our
matter
boys?
is-
Look at
If
Listen,
you know the knockabout.
you cannot buy a knockabout Benz.
I feel personally the yardstick I use is if you were making the money yourself with hard office hours, maybe you're an entrepreneur or all of that, you wouldn't be so quick to buy a bag that really doesn't have any particular value. You wouldn't be so quick to splurge. So once I see somebody who splurges so much on their social media and doesn't post necessarily any link to what they do, I automatically get a bit skeptical.
So I'm saying you can't actually just think that, it's everyone that, they don't look the part. So it means there's some people, like I had some friends, they look really broke. You know what I'm
But they
saying?
have the dough.
But they have the dough. Their parents are, disciplined and all that. We're on the bike one day, and the police pulled us over and was like, "Oh, me, I look like a hooligan. I'm a street tout." And I was like, "God damn, have I lost, weight or something?" And then my friend that was looking really hardened, I even thought it looks hard. That looks like a thief.
A thug.
It looks like a thug, bro.
You have
It's
friends
got
that look
scars.
like teeth.
Yeah, I've got different types of friends.
Actually.
So he came out and then they're like, "Oh, my boy, see a Jabota boy, I
Yeah.
was like, based on he knows him. So it's all stereotypes based on what you see, and that's the sort of society we live in.
I have a dislike, a major dislike for people that always try to term people or try to box people or try to put like a certain name or tag on people. Yes, stereotypes. We judge people based on stereotypes. Society has said something about this person. People have said something. They have tagged something, and you guys begin to just place your judgmental fingers and say this person is bad because society tagged the person bad or circumstances or that's the name that they have given the person. It's not good.
Of course we do, because that's why I asked the question, like we're saying Nigeria because of the situation with the fraud situation. But I'm sure if you look into the names now, it's Nigerian and there's a certain culture that's mostly in that sector. And we don't segregate. Now we're all together, we're taking the blame. But, we stereotype when it comes to personal situations.
I'm saying it's a job. If someone is going behind the computer, trying to scheme someone, trying to put in work behind that, that's a job. So I think there's an analytic
So
job for people.
you think fraud is okay if you?
I don't think it's okay, but I think it's a way. And it's a way that it's in the system, whether we like it or not. That's the bad and there's good.
So knowing that it's
Well-
in the system now, if you were to encounter somebody who told you, yeah, I do fraud, I just want a yes or no answer from you if I can please get that. Would you respect that person who does fraud? Yes or no?
I would. And depending on how they've done it and what they've accomplished with doing it.
Okay, so that's a yes
that's
from
a
you.
fair point.
Okay, but now let's take this thing to social media
Sure.
a little bit. So, because especially in Nigeria, we see a lot of our
Celebrities.
I don't
even
want
though
to call
wouldn't
them
that
celebrities,
because
but
they don't really have
just
talent.
What are you-
social
what are you
let me call them
Influencers.
social celebrities, social influencers, and stuff like that.
What are you
You
celebrating?
see these people that
Fraud.
I don't know what you do for a living.
A lot of them are
Because-
smart,
But let me
Value
just can I
exchange.
just say
Chill,
something?
chill,
I haven't seen what you do for it. Not that you have to publicize or advertise what you do, but at no point are you selling something
There's no identity.
or
basically.
you're not working somewhere. There's nothing about you other
Public
than
figures,
Can I just
lifestyle.
can I get to the end of what I'm
Yeah.
saying? you're doing all of this, and all I am seeing is lifestyle. I am only seeing spending. I am only seeing traveling. Yes, Instagram is a highlight reel. You can post whatever you want, but at some point, if you have that much money, like the people that are flying private, the people that
post it.
No, the people
Some of
don't
them
even
have the
no,
money.
you
They're
can
just
post
doing it for the clout.
Just let's compare to Americans. The people that have that private jet money, that Gucci bag money, that like Birkin money, the things that they're doing, like what they're doing. They're movers and shakers in their industry. So if you're not doing anything, or I cannot identify you with something, I'm going to wonder that where you're getting the money from, because
I have a problem with that
Doesn't
angle.
make any sense.
I have a problem with that angle
That's just what I'm
because
saying, though.
you don't have to post everything you are doing on social media. You get social media makes you believe what you want to believe. I don't believe anyone should actually follow whatever they see on social media. See, Hush Puppy might not have money like that.
he does not.
You understand? It
There's
might
no-
just be
there's
a
no way
cover,
he
it might
can.
be a front. See,
You
I
help
work in
me.
the entertainment space, you understand? And I work with a lot of celebrities, and I found out that most of them, they
Don't
just
have
have loud mouth. They don't have anything.
anything.
You want to shoot with them, they'll tell you, there's no phone in my car, there's no... Let's not start breaking tables
But
and
then,
mentioning
on the
names,
other hand,
you understand?
there's some
But
that know
social
their
media makes you, they create an illusion. It's an illusion, it's smoke screen.
I mean, I've
That's
been with
what
some
I'm
that are very
saying.
educated, and you
You're
can tell
saying
they
this
have
high life. We are the ones accepting them. We are the people on the Instagram wanting to have that
Exactly.
lifestyle. So for me, it's like it's a case of, look, you're buying the bags, you're going on the trips, you're getting the body done, but I know where you work. I know what you earn. Make it make sense, because for all the other people coming behind who want that type of
If you're
lifestyle,
gonna be a
as
role
well,
model
if you're
to
going to be a
people-
role model by putting out so much, why not show us?
And if you don't want to be a role model, then don't be a
how it
role
is
model
done.
sometimes. Come
Don't-
online and be like, oh, I'm going to advise you on this. I'm going to tell you
praise
this and that.
Jesus when you're sleeping with a lot of people and come and put on the Bible
There's
on
nothing
your
wrong with
social
that.
media.
Another angle.
What is the name of the woman that was passed with how many brothers in the
With
Bible?
what?
I don't quote that right. You know the woman that dated brothers and that.
So first of all, we are driving away from the topic. So let's come back.
Okay.
I mean, I had to check the thing again
The furnace.
to be sure that.
They just want to check the furnace.
You understand?
And check it.
No, it's good. So first of all, let's start with who are fraudsters, and should they be glorified?
Yes.
Let's not miss the point before we go.
Yes.
So, in my opinion, let's just break it down in the simplest way possible. Fraudsters are scammers.
According to me,
Do you understand?
Like the police and
So-
the lawyers.
I have an issue with the fucking police. You know, so I don't know about the lawyers. I love the lawyers, but police. If I'm only going to use Nigeria as an example. The police are the fraudsters. I'm just going to tell you my own fact, my own truth. The police are the fraudsters, and they're owing me a whole lot of money. You better pay it, because me and the police, we both cannot live in this country together. One of us is going to have to go, and it's probably not them. It's going to have to be me. So I'm going to leave. I'm an American citizen and a British. I'm going to invoke it if the Nigerian police don't change their way. That's all I have to say about that.
Fraudsters are scammers, and even lawyers and police, because, well, it depends on the country, context, and everything, but not every lawyer is going to be a good one. There are lawyers who know that you've committed the crime and they're going to try and get you off it. I feel like that's fraudulent. And there's policemen who, we have last man on the streets who try and get you to pay for things you're not supposed to pay for. So yeah.
So, if you're doing anything at all, that to an extent,
It's fake.
would I say fake?
Like
But
last
you
man
cannot-
are
you-
fraud, but we
let
have to
him-
respect them
let him
still.
land.
No, what you say?
Last man, they are fraud, but we have to respect them still.
No,
They not steal your money.
They're in high society.
Fraud thing as well.
Before we
to
get
add to
into
your
every
list.
country.
Before we get into last one, I have enough to say about last one.
Please
But
finish.
just
Land.
Just land.
Even you barristers,
We
though.
get into last one.
I feel like
Another angle.
I like how you ignore the lawyer parts though, but you know.
Anyway, don't start. I beg.
Okay, we have three on
Please,
board.
let us get into what we're getting
So, straight into the topic, like,
Yeah, deep in.
why are we glorifying, people that scam? That's what we're supposed to talk about.
I'll tell you
right?
why.
'Cause we like
I'll tell
anybody's
you why
money.
people think that they want to glorify. They don't understand. They don't put themselves into the perspective of being the one stolen
Yeah,
from.
the victims, yeah.
When you are the victim, when you are a thief, yeah, you go around doing things. You don't feel the effect. You just go around enjoying your life, stealing here, stealing there. It doesn't cross your mind to what effect that you're delivering pain on another person.
So there was this hit we went for in secondary school, you know, when we were bad boys at the time.
Say something.
So
This
you
what?
know, there was a hit.
What's that?
So we
What's
went
like
to
an
school. like a fraud situation. So when they steal some
I
food
thought
from
it
the
was
sick
like
bay,
school.
right? Someone stole the food. We have these guys in school that, you know, they're always doing devotion. They're always like, you know, having
Church stuff.
church stuff. So they were praying at the time when the heat was about to commence. And, you know, one of them at the prayer, he was opening his eye watching and he was like winking, like, you know, remember us. So after they broke into the place, they got some golden ones, some snacks. They were given and they didn't talk, they didn't say anything in respect of, they're praying. But they understood that, we've stolen these resources from the government, right? Which is the school, like, you know, and now we're sharing it amongst ourselves. And it's good because
So sorry.
the government is controlling the system.
Do you have a different take on people who steal from other people and people who steal from governments?
It's wrong to steal when you steal from people, but from the government, it's right because you're breaking the system.
Beating the system is not always something to be proud of because the system is there for a reason. So me personally, I never give people accolades for what they're supposed to do. So if you're a good mother, I'm not going to clap for you for being a good mother. You're supposed to be a good mother to your child. So I feel like beating the system is not something that I'm going to now be like, oh, wow, well done, you beat the system. It's like, how did you beat the system and why?
What I think, Ola, is that, you know, as much as, you know, we have our fraudsters out here and you make your money, we have a lot of people out here with a whole lot of different thinkings.
Yeah.
You know, so if indeed that you had to steal, because we must take that into consideration that the mind may allow you to steal. Okay, and if indeed you had to steal, and I would appreciate you more.
What do you mean you had to steal?
Wait, let me just land.
So calm down.
If indeed you had to steal, because there are people that are stealing every day, so we must take them into consideration that they exist. Okay, they do exist. So those thieves, if you steal and then you decide, okay, I'm going to spend my money in paying for Oxfam charity, and, you know, putting my money into there, I would appreciate you more than stealing and then buying 10 Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
So what will happen to
mean-
the person you're stolen from? See, it's the same thing. There is no way you want to put it. Once what you are doing is bad, there is no justification for it. That's why, like, I would not agree with OD. I mean, I get his point when he was saying that, like, good thief or good evil and all of that. I understand I understand what he's trying to, the message, but I don't completely agree with it, because regardless of what you do with the proceeds, what you be, is still Robin Hood. Robin Hood is still a robber. Do you understand? You're still a thief, and you're hurting other people to bless other people. How does that even make any sense? Like, so what happens to the victim? Like, it doesn't add up. So it's still bad for me. It's still bad. It's a no-no.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're going to be a thief and you're going to live a good life, at least, you know, try to give back. I'm not saying be a thief. I'm just saying in the instance that you are a thief, you know, you're already doing something bad, you might as well, for your conscience, try to do something good.
We have a very high level of fraud. And
Wait,
so,
sorry, who did the census on this?
pardon?
Census.
Google it. Do your Google.
But who's done it? It's a white guy, right?
High level of fraud.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
if
with
you
you.
really want to break it down to white or black, you're taking this conversation somewhere
No, I'm
else.
not breaking. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying
with
who
you.
did the census,
But-
because it said Google.
Oh,
So
I
I'm
mean,
like,
I.
is there a black
We're
person
not
that you
doing
know
that.
has
Do
done
you
that?
know what I can do for you though? Do you know what I can do for you?
You can do a
right
lot of
after this
things.
episode, we can Google and I can show you. But
It's
right
Google,
now,
man.
you asking me right now is I'm not keeping somebody's name in my head.
But
so
I'm
let's
saying
just skip that.
that's the supremacy, you
But
know,
can I
the
make my
whole,
point? Is that all right?
the whole game. Please, I'm
Thank
all
you.
ears.
So now, I'm saying that African countries and third world countries are notorious for having higher levels of fraud. White guy
Exactly.
census, black guy census. It's just known. And so I think that when we're looking at fraud in Nigeria, we do need to analyze and consider the fact that it is very, very, very difficult for people to get a capital injection in this country. The rate of repayments for loans is ridiculously high. Like, we have no access to any kind of assistance. And so in as much as it is not right to glorify fraudsters, I feel like we need to have a little bit more leeway and wiggle room for people in Nigeria who, there's different levels to fraud. You get, like, there's full on going online and defrauding American companies of millions of dollars, and there's the one where you're the driver and you're going to the petrol station and you're collecting 14K for petrol, but you're only putting 10K and pocketing the 4. There's different kinds, and that's still fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's different kinds of fraud, and for me, whenever I send anybody out to buy something, 5%, when you give me the price, I'm already, in my mind, you've added onto it, because I understand where we are coming from and
Exactly.
where we live. So that's why I think that when we think, say fraudsters, we should kind of differentiate between different types of fraudsters, because compare the people that are, pillaging lots of money and setting up clubs up and down and buying Birkins and flying first class BA and things like that with other people's money. That's very, very different to your house girl who says she wants to buy rice and she has 2.5. Like, it's
Fair
not
enough.
quite the same thing. Our government, they steal.
Is educated by
Can I
thieves.
please get to my
Our government
point?
is
Can I-
educated
can you
by
keep
thieves.
quiet and
I'm
let me-
correcting her.
Don't
I'm
correct.
not-
Correct me when I'm done.
She has her opinion.
Correct me when I'm done. In my opinion, our government...
Aha!
Hola.
I'm actually going to ask you to please shut the fuck up. Please.
Put a sock on it.
Honestly. In my opinion, our government steal from the people in that the budget comes out every year and how much they're supposed to give certain industries or allocate certain people. They don't always do that. They inhale a lot of the money and blah, 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 blah. So knowing that the government doesn't give out as much as they're supposed to, do you guys think that citizens who A, have government contracts, or B, have an opportunity to take money back from the government, do you think that it's taking back what they're owed or taking back what is due to them because the government was supposed... Yeah, so let's say you live in area A and your local government was supposed to get 25 million to fix roads, do a new school and a new hospital, and that never happens, right? Do you, if you now become somebody who is able to steal and then you yourself now build that hospital for your community, which now comes to the glorifying part, what do you guys think in that scenario? If that person is on the stand and says, look, I stole and did this because my government didn't and they were supposed to.
Fraud is fraud now. Fraud is fraud. Last. You've heard that saying about last we all be scam. You understand? Last, now we all be scammers. You understand? Yes, fraud.
There was a guy I knew in Dubai. This guy's been on my case for 4 years. And
Adeze Dubai.
Adao Dubai.
you say you own a travel agency. Yeah, Joe. Hey, I hush nothing. I beg you. I hush not. You say you run a travel agency, but every 2 days you're in the Balenciaga store, you're buying Gucci, you are doing all of that.
He's the brand ambassador.
For who?
Thank you. Value exchange, as I said. You see, we're worrying over...
This person is going to the clubs and they are printing your name out, Prince of Dubai, blah, blah,
Undertaker
blah.
things.
I say, Sir, what do? You say you do travel agency. There, I know people that are doing travel agencies.
People travel a lot.
To Dubai, love. Really? Do you really need a travel agent to bring you to Dubai?
If your miles is too much, yeah.
Do you honestly? So for me, that cancelled him. If I cannot beat my chest and take my man out, and there will be no side whispers of, isn't this her man? There are certain women in this industry I've lost absolute respect for based on who their baby daddy is or who I see them in public with. If it's not clean, it's not clean. I don't ever want to be in a situation where I buy a bag based off of my hard work or my money, or I buy something and the first thing they say is, it's not clean money. It's not. That's something I never ever want to have to deal with.
But hold on.
You realize we're in an industry where...
Hold on. So you know that there's a difference between the money and then the relationship. So are you saying that despite the fact that you're in love with somebody or you have a connection with somebody and then so because of the money now or...
About love does not come in
No,
It's like this.
Calm down.
My thing is...
Calm down.
By the start of the relationship.
Like, I mean, it's not as if that you are with the person because of the money.
But I wouldn't be able to deal with
But I'm saying, okay, the money on the side is good, right?
Right.
But I mean, I don't want to believe that you entered the relationship in the first instance because of the money. So are you just going to say that, okay, so because you just find out that, okay, this person has money that you cannot explain, so that just ends the whole...
I mean,
For me,
when you guys sleep
personally,
inside
as a
cell,
woman,
you know what's
if
up.
I'm dating
I'm not
a
saying
man, and as a man, you cannot puff your chest and say, this is what I do. These are the sources of my income. If I was to take you anywhere in the world, if we were to go to the freaking Timbuktu and you wanted to buy a piece of property and they wanted to look into your account, there would be no problem. Like, that is what I need. I don't want a situation where you're not telling me, okay, this account, let's not tell them that we have this account now.
The family of the person you're in a relationship with, if they are illegal people, you understand, their way no pure.
As in the whole family is illegal.
Yeah,
Right.
would you go into a relationship? Would you continue?
Of course not.
Yeah, just hypothetically say that this your babe, let's use your babe.
Okay.
Your babe was boxed. You met her boxed. You didn't know, you were just enjoying the relationship. You got inside and then you found out her dad was doing fraud. But you have already now gotten into the love.
Yes.
You understand?
As
You guys
it
have
should
been
be.
dating for 1 year. But you have not gone into her
Friends.
house to know what's happening. You just know that she's chilling.
Regardless.
You know, you say, oh, baby, I'm hungry. You say, you're hungry.
Domino's.
If it's Tyson
Or maybe
juice,
you may
man.
like, what would you
doubt.
like? Something other than Domino's that's expensive. Fine. Okay. So if you say the fine dining that you want, and she's like, boom. You understand? You do that for 1 year, then you're like, I like this babe. Let me get into her family. You have already said loving her. You understand? She's now almost a part of you. You now get into her family, you start hearing things. Then, after loving this babe and you hear that her family is Yahoo Yahoo, what is now
I
your
did
decision?
That was
not
what I
marry
was
the
trying to say.
family, yes.
Yeah.
I did not marry the family. I
Exactly.
married the
Except
babe.
when you get
I'm
married
in
to someone
a
in Nigeria,
relationship with
you
the
marry
babe.
marry the
family.
family.
I
It
know.
depends on the.
I
Maybe
know.
it's easier for, not to sound, sexist,
but it's probably easier for men.
the guys because you guys, you can work on your own, like you said.
I feel like everybody can find love, you know. You see, there's somebody for everybody. But at the end of the day, we're talking about what's right and what's wrong. That doesn't have anything to do with love, you know. Love is a different thing on its own. Love is like here, it's within. You cannot fathom that into life situations. You know, you can meet someone who is doing the complete wrong thing to your beliefs, but once you spend time with that person and see another perspective of that person, you could fall in. You know, love is a different thing. You know, love is a complication on its own. You can't be a good thief and be in love with somebody that doesn't like your perspective. She will cause you to cause a catastrophe of your job.
Yeah. I can't date you if you're a fraudster. I can't date you. You get it? Because last you go still scam me wrong come out too. Why? I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
I think it was Ada that said this when she spoke about the families and the family being fraudulent and dating the child of that family. It's easier for men because you can take a woman out of her family and take her out of that environment. With a woman, you marry into the family. So if your husband says, okay, this is the house I want us to live in, and you know that house came from fraudulent money or dirty money or something, you may not always feel entirely comfortable. And so yes, you are marrying that person, but where they come from and who their family is in Nigeria, you can't escape it. So again, it'll be irresponsible to ignore.
Bring it back to Nigerian economy. The system is bad. You get these
easier to
Marlians in
steal.
quotes have found an excuse to say they are cheating the system or they are trying to find a way out. Because I remember when the video of Naira Marley dropped on the internet, it said we are taking back. If you know about slave trade, then you know that Yahoo is not a crime.
That's what a lot
So there's
of them
this sense of
actually
entitlement
think,
that
that
comes
they're
from these
entitled to
people.
it.
You get and now the system has given them an excuse.
Yep.
You understand, to show that it don't happen. So when Naira Marley is saying he has gone, he has come back, he has survived the system, the bad system.
For me, fraud is anything that you cannot do with your full chest. If you're hiding to do it, or if the means you're portraying aren't necessarily the means by which you got it, once it's not straightforward and honest, for me, it's fraud. It doesn't have to just be Yahoo. Like, quite a good number of women on social media are frauds. I mean, it's all about the angles, boo.
I was in the station the other day with a bunch of 10 guys. They had committed, my own offense was just not normal Nigerian guy, young man going through life. Okay, maybe I didn't have my license with me. And because I'm a very calm guy, they said, oh yeah, okay. Took me to the station. I wasn't about to make no phone calls. I was like, let's do it. I was in the community of people. They were singing Inside Live. I said, guys, this guy said that he knocked one babe in a taxi, and that's why he was there. I said, okay, listen, guys, we're not here on the same kind of people. But, I don't know, man. Marlian, man, everybody should just understand that Naira Marley can say what he wants, but he may not mean it to the way you think. He is having a good life, and everybody should just be calm and, just try to survive and do what they have to do. Don't listen to any other person. Just focus on your focus.
See, there's no way to justify bad or wrong. If you're doing fraud or anything illegal, it's bad. And you do not deserve any accolade for it. There's no simpler way to put it. Regardless of what you do with the proceeds of what you make, what you're still doing is bad. So when the origin is already faulty, the foundation is faulty, come on, the rest is crap. So for me, no.